Oh yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, stand to your feet and make noise for Gresh Unleashed!
Let's go! When the club go around here, I'm the cactus. Bang, bang, gang, I don't owe you jack. When I'm in the ring, it's just me and my best friends. OC cutting no slack. Hollywood Miz, you can put me on the A-list. Gresh Unleashed, better put it on your playlist. Me and my fam be ballin' like the Bruce. Fight night, baby, hard hitting like Sheamus. Family first, yes, bloodline business. Winning all the gold, look at how they witness. I was taught to be the greatest. 1,000 days I'm running, check out the book of Guinness. Coolin' with the baddies in the baddie section. Guarantee you they ain't jaded. Yellow, you baby face, I ain't feeling your gimmick. The fans think it's overrated. Rod Lesnar on the beast. Eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. Whole new swag with a price on the tag. Coming live from the west to the east. Better recognize on the mouthpiece. See the power level gotta increase. Bringing content on a daily. Feeling like Gresh Unleashed.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binary pals, baby mamas, baby daddies, and everybody in between. Welcome back to the Gresh Unleashed podcast. This is episode 96 of the show that brings you the good vibes to the best of our abilities. Joining you, as always, is the voice that does the most, the purveyor of mischief, Gresh. And joining me, as always, is usually my main man, my right-hand man, the voice of the Unleashed Anthem, Mr. Highlight Reel, but he is on assignment this week. So joining me is another good friend of mine. He is, I guess you could say now, 3-time Grammy Award winning or nominated, I should say, writer.
3-time nominated this year. Yes.
Nominated this year.
11 total.
11 total. My guy talking this shit finally. Thank you. He is none other than representing the Sucio podcast and the Sucio boys. He is Cam. What's good with you, bro?
What's good, fam?
He accidentally just kicked himself out. It's okay. It's okay.
You know what I'm saying? We went for was it certified gold today for the work. The Breezy album it went gold. Damn near should be platinum, but it is what it is. Went gold today, so got that news this morning. So that's lit.
So what songs are you did you write that got nominated this time?
These two of them were albums. Can I have this? One was for an individual song for my boy Kenyon Dixon. Can I have this groove? It's the best male R&B performance, and then best R&B album because the industry be politicking for some reason. 11:11, Chris Brown and Algorithm Lucky Day are nominated in the same category.
Hey man. The win's a win. The win's a win, man. But you mentioned politicking. I'm like, I feel like that's every industry, especially. Yeah.
I don't want to get in trouble. But I will say this. Anybody that's heard the albums, it's disrespectful that my boy Sir did not get any nominations, and it's not even because I worked on the project. In general, that's trash as fuck. But it's just the simple fact that certain songs that came out right around the cusp towards the end got all the nominations, and there's a couple of these other people that got a little bit of motion in other places, but like not that much. And now we just kind of sticking albums, but it is what it is.
I ain't gonna lie to you, it's a lot of songs that because I pay attention to the Grammys, but I don't watch the show, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's a professional obligation in a sense. It's one of those things where we watch. I watch if I got something going, and I got a lot of like friends that I support. Yeah. But for the most part, it's a I don't even call it occupational hazard.
The BET Awards are occupational hazard.
What happened?
The niggas left.
It just I know they sold, but like what happened? That or like when the VMAs used to be a thing, there just used to be more parody.
I feel like it's a parody now because they're trying too hard to be whatever they were supposed to represent. BET is trying too hard to be black, and instead of evolving, it's like everything doesn't feel organic or authentic.
And nobody black owns it anymore either.
I think that's one of the main reasons too. It's not black owned anymore. So it's like no one really pays it any attention. And then I feel like them placating to certain other cultures instead of ours.
Or let me sell
Like,
you this. Let me sell you this Ultima.
mm-hmm.
Sit in this Ultima and do these freestyles. Yeah, Nissan. Oh, McDonald's scholarship. Give Ti an award. Like,
Like, okay, congratulations.
okay.
So it's like nobody really cares. So it's like when it comes to the Grammys though, I'd be like, oh, okay, this person got snubbed, but then this person, I'm like, okay, they gotta. I guess in a way, it makes a little sense where they just want to balance it out because I feel like there's so many talented people that got snubbed. Like, did Meg get nominated for anything at all?
Oh, I know Cardi did. I'm not
I know
100%
Chloe
sure
did.
if Meg did. Shout out to her. I'm upset that my boy Teddy Swims only best new artist. That's it. Like
How
that
has
could be
it
a
been
whole
that?
separate uh known a couple years now. But I mean, last year there should have been more stuff on it.
So
But
so it takes a couple of years just for you to be new.
no, it just depends. A lot of that is just it depends on who you're represented by. It depends on the machine you got
Gotcha.
behind you, the shows that you do. With anything, there's a level of politicking and payola that goes into it. I'm not mad at it if you got the machine behind you. I'm shit. I wish I had it. I'm not upset. It's just that's gonna happen. Just certain shit can't be ignored because people can hear it.
Hmm.
And I know music is subjective, but it's like people are selling out. There's people selling out tours and moving units in an era where nobody really buys physical media unless it's vinyl, and they want to pretend like they listen to vinyl even though they don't have a record player or have one decent enough that would justify getting spending so much on the vinyl, and they just hang it up on the wall in the apartment. Not to say if y'all do that, like fake it till you make it. It's just if you're gonna spend that much money on vinyl, and like it is when you can hear like vinyl, like if you're an audiophile or just in general, like when you could hear the audio, it's different. It just hit different. Like it's like you could feel it, see it. It's 3D. When
There's
you got to have a decent a decent record player, it'll cost you like 1,200.
there's yeah, there's definitely a different vibe to vinyl. Like that's why it's like I always encourage new artists to make vinyl records if they can, like if they have the resources to, because yeah, the audio file is cool. Yeah, the 808s booming on my subs is cool, but there's nothing like just to throw back on a vinyl, uh, just to throw on a record player. Like my uncle broke his, so I had to buy another one. But man, them vinyl records, like I'm not one of those placating ones. Like when I listen to it, I listen to it like I just sit there, put it in my room, just be like, yo, let me listen to this right quick. Nah,
Oh
you
no,
now you
it's
lose
an
me on the 808.
experience.
You lose me on the 8 track though. I still can't
Yeah.
get into an 8 track.
Anybody still got one? You
Uh-uh.
anybody who got a Walkman? I need a cassette player. Bring those back. Everybody,
Man,
no, dead ass. Everybody's got the vinyls on the wall and everything, but throw the throw the motherfucking cassettes on there. You know what I'm saying? Side A, side B. You know what I
you know,
mean?
some people. It's literally some people who listen to this right now don't even know what the fuck we're talking about. They like, what is a
Oh
vinyl?
my
What
god.
is a record player? What is an 8 track? What is a cassette tape? With the 30 gang, it's okay. Cause god damn.
They don't know about going into the Sam Goody or the Tower Records and getting the two cassettes for $22.
$22 for a cassette tape, but oh
You
man,
got two of them.
got two of them, side A, side B, and then don't overplay it. Like one thing about it, you can't fix it. Like once it's broke, it's broke. Like
I
you're
mean,
fucked.
yeah, you're in there with just twisting it with your finger,
You gotta either
trying
your
to get it back
finger
in.
or you gotta get like a little knife. Like remember when back
Butter
in the day
knife.
we used to get a butter knife, just like, yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah,
Just twist
yeah.
the whole. Don't let your mama ask you to rewind the song, or you didn't time that button just right.
She's like, I'll
You
go
just
back.
press the it's like, oh.
Like, I need somebody to sample a cassette player going backwards for a song. I have
Oh
not
my
heard that.
god.
I just need somebody to use that and mix it into something. I don't know what y'all can do. I would do it, but I don't have the patience to be a producer right now. So I need somebody who actually has the patience to be a actual producer to mix the sound of a cassette, rewind it, because that thing used to be loud,
Oh god.
especially in the car. That thing used to be loud, and then like you cruising down the Terra Boulevard. For those of you who've been into Atlanta, you cruising down Terra Boulevard with the windows down. This is the windows before electric windows, so you have to physically roll that bitch down. Then you riding down, and then your grandmama literally listens to the entire song, side A, and she's like, I don't want to go to side B yet. Rewind. All you hear is
Yep. No skip.
for like almost 10 minutes. It just and then then she stopped. You said, and then
Yep.
she pressed play, and then there you go, man.
Man, I'm telling you, that was the best. That was definitely the best. And then for, non, you know, if you're not like a heavy music person, just in general too, because I had to explain it to my cousin, my younger cousin. He was like, "Oh, what are some?" I was telling him about some artists that I was working with, and I was like, "They got some good B sides." And he's like, "What's a B side?" And then I had to explain it to him, and I realized like, okay, he young enough to get towards he was at the tail end, but
Mm-hmm.
young enough have have had to listen to it but not understand it, and explain to him the difference between like the B side, because when you're releasing something, the A side is where all the singles went, and then all of the, what I'm saying, all of like the personal cuts, or just the random gems were always on the B side. That,
Mm-hmm.
and for people who aren't familiar with it, even on a vinyl, even with vinyl, that's where R&B comes from, rhythm and blues. Both sides. There was the rhythm section, there was the rhythm side of the vinyl. It's where all of
Flip
the up
that.
tempo was, and then when you flip it over, that's where the blues portion of it was. So there were two sides. That's why there was an A side and a B side. That's where R&B, rhythm and blues comes from, because it's an amalgamation of both. Quick history lesson. I had to explain that to him, and then
Even
after
if
that, he understood it.
I'm about to say, because even if you go modern, like I've noticed a lot of digital albums has disc one, disc two. So I think they have this similar format with that as well. Like they have all the gems, they have all the singles and the pretty much the sequences on the disc one, but then disc two is kind of like the extended ones or the alternate versions of a song or whatever. So they still practice it, but it's more in digital format. So hey man, that concept is never going to die. So
It can't die, especially when people are trying to get out of contracts. Like if you if you have an obligation for projects, that's why deluxe albums get released, because if they're trying to stretch out a project into next year's Grammys or into award ceremonies. Also, if you got an obligation, like, okay, I'm trying to get, you ever wonder why all these artists just put shit out? They just put out
mhm.
albums they didn't care about. There's plenty albums. You're like, oh, it had a cool little single, and then you never went back to it. It's because
Mm,
they're trying to get out of that contract. So I'm dropping this.
it's
Meek's
a
done it.
it's
Future's done it a
a
bunch.
yeah. Future's done it. Drake's done it.
Hmm.
Kendrick's even done it a few times. Like a lot, I feel like a lot of modern artists and even the established artists have done that. I feel like the only one who I haven't caught doing that was Beyonce.
Oh no, those I haven't been to a Beyonce camp yet, but I have plenty of people that I've worked with and people that I know that have,
Mm-hmm.
and I, it's there's so much thought and planning, preemptive like planning that goes into each one of them projects. Like what she did with this Cowboy Carter album was a fucking master class. Like she got so tired of them fucking with her because her not winning like album of the year or song of the year, despite
Mm-hmm.
having just like a trip and fall over a Grammy, is just ridiculous. Now she has the most nominations ever at 11 across genres. she's getting hers. If she don't get hers, then I know the fix is in. Because if they ain't gonna do right by Beyonce, then I don't. There
I
ain't no
don't know,
hope for the
man.
rest of us. There ain't no hope for the rest of us. My first Grammy nominations, period. What year was that? Was it 20? Was the first like nominations I saw, period, lost to her. It just I don't consider that a loss. I don't consider it a loss,
You
but it's
like,
just like
hey,
the way
I
things.
could have, you could have lost to somebody like fucking DDG or something. You lost to be, you lost to Beyonce. You like, yeah. I had to find the worst artist, and I use the
Oh
term
no, there's
artist
worse.
loosely. I had
There's
to.
worse. You almost got me. You almost got me to say some shit that's gonna get me in trouble. I was about to. I
I
was
tell
about to
people
give
all
you
the
three
time.
examples.
I tell people all the time. I literally will set you up to be
Oh
a lot of our conversations are good are more unleashed, pun intended, to the name of this show
yeah.
on offline because it's like yeah, like niggas don't know. Like once I'm settled in my house and you are ever in Atlanta, I will literally give you my address and we will literally be talking mad shit about everything. So people
On
don't
God.
so people don't understand that it's like I and you're not the only one that do that. A lot of my friends who are in the industry, they love to have conversations with me offline because they like when I'm online, they be like, I feel like I'm about to get in trouble because you're so relaxed. You get so relaxed, you be like, oh shit, I can't say that. So I get it,
Man,
man.
man, I'm telling you, and
Oh yeah,
after
it's
February 9th, I'll be
yeah.
able to speak freely.
Hey man, you already know it's all good. But speaking of freely and time for all nominations and all that stuff, who do you think will be the
Mhm.
fifth member for War? Well, first off, we got War Games coming up
Indeed.
with it's family versus family, bloodline versus bloodline, new
Mhm.
bloodline versus OG bloodline. What's been your thoughts on this current storyline with Roman Reigns bloodline and Solo Sikoa's bloodline?
Okay. Let's
Because
see.
over the past couple
Uh,
of weeks, we've been giving our thoughts. I want to get your thoughts to add to the
I mean,
conversation.
my overall thoughts. We all knew that this was coming. It was just wondering how we was going to get to it, and everybody's had their guesses or picks on who was going to get added to it. I think if niggas was putting parlays out, I think only a few people hit with Jacob got put in there, and I mean, let's just say this last Raw, the frustration I have going on with this so much because like I loved this whole bloodline story. Like I've watched casuals or people around me that weren't into wrestling
Mm-hmm.
that were brought in because of that and that are like hooked. Like this is some legendary shit going on. And I was wondering, okay, if they're gonna do this war games because we knew it was coming the moment they announced it. Okay, if we're gonna get war games, we're gonna put the Usos back together because it just hit different. I don't know if that was possible, but you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Getting the Usos back together. And then you heard me say this before. People have heard me say this before. I can't stand Sami Zayn. I can't. I can't. Like when he was the comic relief and like his role that he played when he was in it originally, I loved it. And even when they made it deeper, like the War Games where they were testing his loyalty with Kevin Owens, that was a masterclass in itself. But my thing is when they separated that shit out, I'm like, okay, maybe they could do this. But then, okay, OG Bloodline, they're gonna bring Sami Zayn in here, and I gotta make peace with it now. Like, okay, he not in. Like we call in the culture, we gonna call you Us, but like everybody get called that, and he's in it. He was part of the OG Bloodline, so I guess. But when I tell you, I wanted to kick my TV off the wall when I seen him talking to. I'm so glad. Oh no, no. That's what I think about it first. How they have it set up right now with the dynamics on both teams. I
Mm-hmm.
like where it's going, even with the Sammy shit. It's kind of working because the the tension with him and Jimmy
Mm-hmm.
and like Jay having to step in. It's like him and people who didn't follow. It's like him, Jimmy and Jay like swapped because in the beginning,
Literally.
like literally just swapped places with that, which is funny. So I love that dynamic. even though he annoys the fuck out of me, but it's a necessary evil. So whatever.
What
I'm waiting for the wise man to come back.
my genuine, you're not the only one I've heard say that. My genuine, just Sammy doesn't bother me per se. What irks you about Sammy's involvement? Because I feel like a lot
Sammy
of
in the
people.
bloodline. Sammy and Bloodline, because it was just like, storyline wise, me being a fan, suspending my disbelief. He
Yeah.
ruined it. He ruined it. And then it was just like the quick turn, even on a character level, it was like the quick turn. It was like, okay, you was being mistreated, nigga. Everybody was being mistreated in some sort of way. That's a power dynamic in any family, especially a Polynesian family. But
Especially a
the
nigga
flip
family.
on God. And then it's like, so the flip with the flip with him and Kevin. And then, like when they got involved in the main, I hated that so much. That involved. I mean, they threw everybody in the match like it was Mania 31. For those who know. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was basically a bunch of that shit. But just his dynamics, like I don't want a deep fucking Sami Zayn promo. Like, get in line, bro. Add some of the comedy to it, like when he takes himself too serious and
Yeah.
that type of involvement. And maybe it's just knowing being part of a Polynesian family and being around Polynesians, it's just certain angles like, oh, I know that wouldn't fly. That would not fly. And maybe it's just me being like me seeing the inside baseball. I'm just like,
Mhm.
there's certain shit that he's doing where I'm like, oh nigga, that would not fly. That would no. Like like we love you, we embrace you, we bring you in. Like you're what's your family, but you're also at the whims of stuff that can happen to family. And some of the shit that he be doing, it's just like privilege. Like I don't think he does it intentionally with his character, but sometimes I'd be like, oh, this thing, the privilege is it's bright. Like,
Yeah, that's the
chill,
writing.
because Roman would like all of it would fuck you up for some of the shit you say and are doing. But if I'm keeping it to TV, it's just the like bringing him back. I get they had to like Survivor Series is around the corner. Like you got to get that
Mhm.
shit cracking. But there's just some I don't know. There's just some stuff they could
I
have.
feel I feel like I think I said this online too, and I said I feel like they should have made him work for it a little bit harder.
Thank you. That it's
Just a
just
little
privilege.
bit.
Like
Like
he just getting. Hey, Jay
uh,
say he cool.
yeah.
Fuck.
That okay. He and then it's like with Roman, I'm like, it took Roman a day just to get him to forgive him. And I'm like, bro, he cracked you with a chair.
Oh God, he broke up
He
the family. Like,
he broke he broke you literally said it yourself. You broke up my family. And it's like even then, even though the kick was accidental, it's like it's a lot of tension. You have more tension with him than you do Jay. So it's like for him to that's what I'm saying. It's just a situation where it's like they had to rush it because of Survivor Series literally being less than literally 2 weeks. It's literally 2 weeks from now, like on the
yeah,
30th.
he found that one moment for one solitary second. It was like it wasn't like the Shield getting together when it was at that fatal 4-way match and then putting niggas through a table and then they like threw the fist in. It was like for that one moment, it was like it was a setup for a kick that you missed. Like at least do a successful move or like something. I don't know. Maybe Paul missing two is a problem for me.
Paul definitely missing. I feel like he should have been back by now.
He'll be
If
there
I'm being
Survivor
honest.
Series. Or maybe because I'm actually going to SmackDown next Friday because it's going to be in Salt Lake.
I think they're taping it. They tape
The
they
they
they're
tape.
doing the live one in Salt Lake, but then they're taping it again because of Thanksgiving.
Oh, I'm going to two of them then. Oh, it's lit. Turn up.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, they did that
it's,
last
if they
time because it was the before
yeah, because if
Mania.
they yeah, because if they don't tape this week, they're taping next week.
Oh no,
So
tape
like
this
what?
week. That'd be cool.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I'm like, it'll be two back to back. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like a lot of, and I think I said this online. Like I don't ever say a lot of things online because nuance is dead. But I was basically saying like I feel like they rushed it a little bit, mainly because of everybody's availability not being 100%
Yeah,
there. I feel like if Roman was 100% available after SummerSlam, they would have been cooking a lot
facts.
like slower and smoother. But since he wasn't always 100% available, like he returned at SummerSlam, was there for like a week or two, a week, and then got taken out, and then he was gone for a couple of months, couple of weeks, and then he returned during the season premiere of SmackDown, and
Yep.
then they built Bad Blood, and then Bad Blood happened, and then Jimmy finally returned. So it's like, okay, now we getting the ball rolling, but then they still slowed it down a little bit because they still had Crown Jewel, so they had to speed rush that reunion with Jey Uso. So I'm like, great,
Nothing
and
feels earned.
everything feels just like, okay, we got to go, we got to get to point B, we got point A of this reunion fast. So we're gonna screw. Not saying it was boring, but it's like everything was just fast. It's like we got to screw Jay out of the Intercontinental title, which they could have kept on him, by the way, because they're not doing
Facts.
shit with Braun. So they literally could have kept the title on Jay. Uh, we had to screw him out of the title just so we can fast track this reunion, even though it's not 100% a reunion. They're more so like, okay, the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Loose alliance is what they called it, or
Loose
that's
alliance.
the tagline that I heard Graves use a lot.
Yeah,
Loose alliance.
loose alliance. And then the Crown Jewel happened, and then now we're building the Survivor Series, and Sammy is back in the fold because he wanted to save Jay, even though Jay said you're not family. So I'm like, okay, you tell me I'm not family, it's fuck you forever. But I digress. And then you came and saved him, and then Jimmy doesn't really rock with him. But then Sammy is like, you want to cast stones in glass houses. A lot of stuff is just too fast. I feel like a lot of stuff should have been slowed down just a bit, but at the same time, like we said, Survivor Series is around the corner. I and this is just me dipping into my fantasy booking thing. People in the comments or whoever
Mhm.
can agree, disagree, whatever. But I feel like Sammy should have not been accepted until Survivor Series.
Like go
Like,
night of.
go home.
And then because fast, although fast, the dynamic with Jay and Roman
Mm-hmm.
makes so much more sense.
Yeah.
Like Jay's trying to make it work, but he's keeping him on his toes with it and standing his ground. Kind of like how he was before that Hell in a Cell match where he fell in line.
Mm-hmm. He said,
You
"Yo,
know,
if
you
you
know what I
talk to me
mean?
like that, I'm out. Like cold turkey.
That's
Like I'm out."
that is the realest shit. I'm with family. Or when he told Sammy, "You're not family," that was the most authentic moment of the whole storyline. I was like, "Oh yeah, that would be said. That would be said 100%." And you got to earn that back, especially if you do something. And like if you walking around family, I mean, if you still alive afterwards, after you break up or fuck with the family, if you coming in like that's got to be earned. Like that's got to be earned 100%. And I just love with Solo's dynamic. I was telling Wifey that like Solo's Thanos in a way, not completely, but just in the way of like he's right. Like when you really think about it, it's like, oh no, he was right. Like he was supposed to be next in line. They told him that he was going to be next in line. He did everything that he was supposed to do, and then when it didn't fell through, he and Roman left. He took over, and he was next in line. And he brought the Tokos in, the Tongans in, and built some shit, and turned up. Like he went to the streets with it and turned up, and he hasn't really said anything wrong.
Oh no! So honestly, the Solo's been the only sensical person in this entire story.
100%,
He
hundred
makes no
percent.
sense.
He's been
You
right.
you literally said, "Hey, I'm next in line when I can't do this anymore." You failed at WrestleMania. I took over because you failed, and now you basically lied to me. You basically don't want me to take over. You just don't want. You want anybody but you. You don't want anybody but you to take over. And like if you would, and Solo is more so operating on the fact that he lied as well as hurt because he's like, you don't trust me to lead this family. And
But yeah,
then and then
yeah.
stuff like that. Like he's like, you don't trust me. It's like, then why did you make me tribal heir? And the fuck you mean on YouTube say yes, but I think they're using this to recruit their fifth man if they still 5v5. That's another thing that annoys me. Why is it 5v5? we could have we could have literally been done with 4v4. Like
That's
because now it's not even family business anymore.
not at all.
It's literally Bloodline and that nigga versus Bloodline and that other nigga. Unless I saw someone say, "What if it's?" I said, if Cody is the fifth member of OG Bloodline, I will laugh uncontrollably, but
I'm
not in
not
a
gonna watch.
way that I'm going to be like, "Yo, this is gonna be good." This is more so like, nigga, of all people, the guy who is responsible for you losing the WWE title. I let Bad Blood slide. I let it slide a little bit, a little bit. But
Obligatorily, yeah.
yeah, but if you get this neck tattoo merchant to pop up alongside y'all in War Games, the
I'm
plot
not
has
gonna
been
watch.
lost. The
I'm
plot
not
has
watch.
been lost.
I'm not watching. You're gonna have to tell me what happened. I'm tuning out. Nope, not watching. I'm going to the gym. If that's the case, I'm not like I don't want Seth involved. Like
That's another.
all the
That's
ops
another
from
thing.
WrestleMania.
Yeah, it's like, why are we going backwards to? It's like, and then I think I saw. I think it probably was it probably was Cam. The fuck you mean? Y'all got the same name, but the fuck you mean? He was like, yo, I wouldn't basically. I was like kind of like snarl or scoff at Seth being involved, but I'm like, no, no. Seth put his body on the line to bring down Roman. If he accepts the invitation, WrestleMania was for nothing.
Nigga
he
lost his
literally
title.
he literally said, "Yo, I did everything to tear this man down. What do I look like building him back up? Anybody standing beside him makes no sense." Is basically what he said.
Message, message.
That's
Like when he
Jay,
said that.
that's Jimmy, that's Sammy, and that's whoever the other man. Like Roman, and a lot of people like to say, "Oh, but Rhea Ripley went through the women's division, this, that, and third." There's a difference between
Don't get
going
me
through the women's
started on
division
that.
from a booking, and then there's a difference between being portraying yourself as a dictator. But then when you finally get taken down, you building back up. And then let's bring this the biggest elephant in the room. This Simone nigga still haven't apologized.
Yep.
Like a sincere apology, and you're not gonna get it. So it's like
I don't care.
everybody looks stupid in this entire on this side of the story. Like if you're Jay Uso, even Jimmy Uso dating back to 2023 when he left the bloodline and then rejoined, everybody looks stupid at this point. Because why are you helping this man who abused you? Yes, family, blood, I get it. Trust me.
Mm-hmm.
I've had to cut off family for betraying those who I hold most dear, and I still don't deal with them to this day. But
That's
at the end of the day, it's like, yo, man, what are y'all doing? And I feel like that leads into the fact that it feels rushed. Like it could this could be something that work makes sense if it was dragged out.
slow
But
burn.
yeah, slow burn. This is something that should have been slow burn. This reunion should have been slow burn. Not, oh shit, we got Survivor Series in like a month. We gotta fast track
Then
this.
just do 4v4 if that's the case. Because, like, okay, adding Cody, I'm not watching. Adding Seth would piss me. Like, I can't. Respect it.
And
I
then it's
can't
like now.
stand Seth Rollins, but him being involved in it, just like when he that promo he cut or his answer
Mhm.
to Sammy and to Solo, I was like, you know what?
He
You're
makes
not
sense.
so bad, Seth. I was like, he makes sense. He's the only one that gets it. And in a way, Roman is the only one that looks less stupid because he is the only one. He's the only one for the most part that hasn't really had to give up anything. He's just playing along
The
because
only
it's a
thing he
means
gave up
to an
was
end.
Lula Follow. That's it.
And even then, oh, bring that. We'll bring that up. Quick sidebar. Quick sidebar. We've talked about this before. The appropriation of culture is not okay. Let me sit forward. Let me sit up because I know I'm about to go to Salt Lake because I live in Utah. I'm about to go to Salt Lake, and I'm about to see a whole bunch of Balangis with the garb on. The Uafala is not a prop. This is why WWE does not sell them.
When we went to
You
Bad Blood, we
can't buy.
saw a couple of them.
Yeah, I'm saying you can't buy them on shop. You have to buy them from a Polynesian person unless you're getting them on Temu and getting them from China or something like that. And even then, niggas can tell it's not a prop. I know you're a fan. I'm a fan. We could all be fans, but understand that in some cases, depending on where you are, if you motherfuckers see you with that on, and you don't know what that's about or its importance. If you get put to sleep, that's on you. I
Well, I
get
would
it. It looks like
say
a prop. They push it. It's used in the storyline like it's a title. Like I get it, but it also has cultural importance to people who all of them. Not even talking about Sammy or the Tongans because that's different. But who majority of them in that particular family are of that culture. So if you're gonna wear one, be careful. And
do
then
the
also,
Tongues follow that
nah,
same culture, or is it slightly
it's
different?
different.
Oh,
Tonga and Samoa is just they have their own customs,
mm,
like for their own customs separate from us. It's their thing, but they respect it and they know what it is. Just the same way we respect theirs and know what it is.
got you.
Like you're not
Okay.
gonna see no Tongan walking around with a Uafala. You're not gonna see Gorillas of Destiny putting that on. You know what I'm saying? They ain't even mentioned it. Who holds it? Jacob.
Mm.
Jacob holds it and puts it over Solo. Just saying, there are subtleties and there are
They
things in
had
there
Tom.
that y'all not think about.
They had Tama hold it for a bit, but then when Jacob came, they was like, "Yeah,
It was like, nope, right here,
give
tag,
it to him."
tag in, tag in. That's you. Stop, y'all. Stop. If you want to wear it at home, wear it at home. Stop wearing that shit in public. Like it don't look right, and it don't look right because it's not a prop.
Especially when you white as hell wearing it. He's like, "Bro, you are white, pale, smell like wet dogs, rocking a ula follow. Like, what is happening?"
Oh God, I seen an Indian dude wearing it. I'm just like fam, like this. Y'all have no idea what that means. What that means and the responsibilities that come with that. That's not something small. They're using it towards the storyline, but it applies to people of the culture and people who apply, like Joe or Roman. He actually wears that. There's, you know what I mean? Like
Because he's a hot chief,
it's
right?
it's not a prop. It's
Mm.
not a prop. It is not a prop. And if you get one, it's because there's a responsibility and there's importance. There's importance with it, and there are things that come with that. It ain't just something you just put over your neck. I have one,
Mm.
and I take it very serious. There's people I know that have one, and that shit is very important. So to see it, it's just like, bruh, y'all look. One, you look stupid. Two, it's appropriation of culture. I get that you're being a fan. Oh, it's just a necklace. Niggas like that need to be hit in the face. Say that shit to my face. I promise you. I promise you. Call it just a necklace around me or somebody else of the culture. I dare you. Y'all don't even talk shit to find some Samoan people that y'all know. Y'all don't talk shit to none of them not like that. If it don't involve sports, y'all or the game, y'all ain't talking no type of shit like that. I'm just saying it looks really fucking stupid because now I'm seeing it everywhere all the time. And I'm like, where are y'all going to get these? How do you know where to go and get them?
There is. Remember that website I told you about? There is literally a website where they get them.
Are you at least
They
supporting Polynesian business and buying it from somebody Polynesian? At
I don't
the
even know
very
if it's
least.
Polynesian. I just got the link and I just kept scrolling because I know I personally don't want to wear it because I would look silly wearing it. I would literally look like a nigga no Samoan rocking a ula follow. Like I was literally this years old when I learned how to pronounce it properly. So it's like, nigga, what would I look like rocking it?
If you are not Fa Samoa, then don't do it. Don't say it. I'm just saying in general because there's gonna be plenty of people at Bad Blood, especially Bad Word that was at Bad Blood. There's gonna be a Survivor Series. I'm just saying in general because before it was annoying. Because you know what, y'all idolize Cody so much. I fuck with Cody, minus a couple things, but Cody took that picture, and I'm sure somebody,
I don't know. Somebody did say
hey,
something to him
somebody
because
let him know what's up.
because I think I think it was literally Bad Blood. Someone tried to give it to him again to where he's like, no, I got in trouble last time. No, and he just kept going.
There's a reason. Look at your hero. He said no. Y'all should say no too. Wear it at home at least. Buy from a Polynesian business at least if you're gonna do that because they're handmade and they're hand painted. And then also if you're gonna do all that, yeah, do it at home. Do it
Yeah.
at home because even if nobody beats your ass for it like they should, you look stupid. Don't appropriate. Be a
Yeah.
fan, but don't appropriate because or find your nearest Samoan person or get on your Googles and then what I mean look that up.
Honestly, just embrace your current your actual culture. How about that? Like if you're not Fa Samoan, or if you're not Tongan, or if you're not of the Polynesian or the island, just embrace your current culture. Like it's not that hard.
Yep, because even then there comes with the responsibilities. I'm half and I had to learn what the fuck it
Like
meant.
this nigga right here, this Samoan nigga right here has to embrace two cultures, not even just one.
Hmm.
And so, like
Hmm.
like that's why I know I'm like, yo, I'm not appropriating nothing. I'm sticking with I'm black, blackity, 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 black.
Represent both. In my living room, there's a Samoan flag. This is authentic African garb that my granny brought back that I've had for 20 years that I hang on there. Like it's be appreciative and just acknowledge both or acknowledge what you have. Be proud of what you got. Like be a fan. Get a Roman t-shirt. Get a Solo t-shirt. You know what I'm saying?
Get
Support
Jay
the
Uso
business.
these t-shirt because Jay Uso is being like the number one guy for like the month of October. Like he's the number
Put
one merch over
on.
Roman and
How
Kobe.
many yeets do you? I mean, I didn't even want to get one until I seen the red yeet one. I was like, okay, that's it. And then I got
I
the
got the
OT.
black and gold one.
Everybody that got the OTC shirts, right?
Hmm.
Then you seen that OTC yeet
And
was
then
now
the
y'all got to spend another $40. You got to spend 40,
they sold
$50 with
out.
ship.
They actually sold out of that.
What?
Like the first within the day. Like that's the he revealed it that Friday, that Saturday sold out. They I think they just restocked, but yeah, they sold out like
What?
within
Jimmy got the best merch though.
no they not the
J-
ones.
yeah, that's the most authentic. That's the most authentic. I felt Jimmy.
Buy a Roman gauntlet, like the glove.
Yes.
I still need I need them to resell or restock the gold one. Like
Fire.
I hate the fact that they went straight red, which I get because bloodline, yeah. But that gold one, I was too late on the game when I got it when they were selling it.
They were selling one. What this was before I moved out here. I went to an event. I went to an event at was it? I was in Sacramento before I moved out here. I went to something at Golden One. I don't know if it's because it's Golden One, but they were selling them at the merch. I think they was cheap too. It was only like 20,
Yeah, they like $20.
like $20. I mean, you
The
go on shop, it's 40.
the material, yeah. I always tell people to buy merch in person because it's cheaper. Because the only reason why like whatever is double because you're paying for shipping.
100%. And that
But
tax.
and tax and you're taxed the fuck out depending on where you are. But yeah, you get it in person, it's like $20, and then the material is worth it's not worth no more than $20. $15 if I'm being real.
Unless you got a kid just like, I need it, I want it. You overspending by all means. But yeah, just say just if you go into a live event, bring $100, go in there,
Buy
run it
two
up.
shirts.
It's cheaper. It's cheaper because you're gonna spend $100 on one thing if you buying it on shop. But that reminds me, I'm already knowing there's gonna be some new merch. Like I'm waiting. Like I even seen. I mean, I copped Jimmy's shit because that's just fire. But I'm
When we,
waiting till Survivor Series
yeah,
because there's gonna be new merch.
when we went to Bad Blood, I bought a hoodie and two shirts for like 120.
Sheesh.
Yeah. But,
Okay,
yeah.
you see, okay, I got you. Send me orders. I'm going to SmackDown next Friday. Y'all, I'm saying there is a finder's fee, of course, but shoot it my way. Let nigga know what you need. I got you.
Oh yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
God. Who do you think's gonna be the fifth member of each team?
Damn. That's the thing. Who
Everybody's
is
gonna say Hikuleo's. Everybody thinks Hikuleo is gonna be
dog?
their fifth
Yo,
member.
I've seen Hikaleo on the Tungans and Zilla on the OG Bloodline. I said dropped. I said stop. Get out my mentions, please.
We just got Jacob, like, chill.
And no, my thing is, it's like, what is this obsession with fast tracking Zilla? He's
Not ready
not.
yet.
He's great. He's good so far.
He's getting there. He's getting there.
He's getting good, but he's not ready. It's like it's like I get everybody wants to be a fan and they want to book the next big thing. No pun intended. But it's like, bro, y'all complained about Solo not being ready. What you think gonna happen when Zilla gets in that position?
Not everybody's Jacob, where you could just insert and play. You know what I'm
And
saying?
the thing about
Just
Jacob, he been cooking on the Indies for like what, over a decade?
100%. And he's one of the realest motherfuckers on the planet.
And he
And
stands
that
out like a motherfucker. Like I ain't gonna hold you. The moment he says "I hate you" Solo, that's your next main eventer right there.
as soon as he said, I'm just waiting for him to say he gonna dog walk somebody on WWE TV.
Yeah, we saw Jay do it, but it was tame compared
No,
to
when
what Jacob
Jacob
would
say
do.
it, it's different. If you
It's
heard that nigga say it in real life, in real life, it's
Nah,
different.
you heard that promo he cut on Roman on SmackDown. He said he said acknowledge that. I'm like, God damn.
Oh my God! All my folks in SAC, all my folks in SAC, and my folks in Washington who if you've met
I
Jacob or know him in real life, you
listen. I had to sit up because I was halfway paying attention because I was on in the car leaving a show, and I heard him cutting a promo. I thought that was a full blown nigga talking. I was like, who the fuck? And then I looked. I was like, Jacob. Because it caught me off guard. I've heard him cut promos in MLW and other promotions before he got signed, and I'm like, yeah, this man is gonna be lethal when he gets to WWE on the mic. And then when they're letting him talk more, which I appreciate because I know "I Love You" Solo is hilarious and catchy. I love you, Solo. I love you. I'm like,
did you see the
bro,
emoji joke? All his emojis, all his text thread is just this emoji.
they should make a Solo emoji. WWE should pay whoever to pay Apple to make a Solo emoji. I mean, not a Solo, a Jacob emoji. Just you got the regular praying hand. You
You
got
see his new shirt?
I love
Over.
you. Whatever insert name insert
Yeah, but it's got the no. I'm saying his shirt that
has
he
the
had on SmackDown has
yeah.
it was the praying hands. I was like, okay.
I ain't gonna lie to you. If they make a "I love you" Atlanta shirt, I'm gonna cop it. I'm
I'd
definitely
have
gonna
to
get
fly back home to get one because I ain't ever wearing nothing that said "I love you Utah" or Utah three. None of that. I'm I'm here. This not
bro. Yo,
this.
they made me so mad at the Bad Blood shop. They literally said Braves 316 or Hawks 316 instead of Atlanta 316. That pissed me all the way off. I'm like, bro, I want a 316 shirt, but I'm not a fan of the Hawks or the Braves. So I'm like, this
Ooh,
is
word.
sacrilegious. No,
I'm
I
a
don't.
Braves fan.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear
But we got all
that.
this. Here we go. Here we go, man. This thing always find a way to kick me when I'm down. It's like keep sleeping, man. We gonna get it back. We give us time, man. We gonna get it back. We gonna get right. We gonna get right before the Hawks will.
Yeah. You definitely gonna get it right before the Falcons do.
Ooh, don't. Okay, so the wife is a Falcons fan.
Sorry to hear that.
No, her whole thing is she wants me to take her to ATL so we could go to a game because she wants to see one in person.
I'm so sorry.
She they from Hawaii, but they're Falcons fans.
The middest team in okay. And this is
Oh,
and this is coming from a Dolphins fan who's been pissing me off this entire season. Swag and surf.
oh, Big Kirko. Hey, he gets a pass because he quoted Bankroll. I gave him a pass. You know what I'm saying? Because he's been quoting Bankroll. I'm gonna give him a pass.
But it's all love. Like, hey, if y'all rock with the Falcons, she rock with Falcons. I
You don't want
respect.
a Falcons 316?
Fuck no. Oh, but who do I think will be the fifth member
Oh,
respectively? I really hate it. As much as I hate it, I
don't
just
say it.
have a small feeling it's gonna be Cody and Kevin. Just a small, like.
I wasn't going that way at all.
No,
I
the
didn't even
reason why
put no thought into that. You just ruined my day because I know
yo,
you're right.
that's what I'm saying. That's like I just have a small inkling, like because Kevin just took out Randy Orton with the pile driver, which people are complaining that Randy was protected. It's like it's a fucking pile driver, and he had back surgery. He's going to be
Yeah.
protected. Stupid. Kevin hates Cody, and he hates Roman, respectively. And he's probably going to want to murder Sami for rejoining them.
Yeah, I mean, and that makes so much sense. You know, it kind of makes sense how people complained about that pile driver, but if they see 17 million fucking destroyers in a match and nobody questions the goddamn thing, but that's a whole separate. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, the fuck I said it.
Nigga, we say it all the time.
We said it like that. I know niggas because last time niggas was in my mentions, like, oh no, you're just this. I was like,
The beauty of me doing two shows is I don't have to 100% do AEW over here.
I
So
know. Shout out to Gang and them. I know you got to cover it more over there. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? Shout out to the homies in the 707. You know what I'm saying?
oh yeah.
Gang.
So it's like we're representing four parts of the U.S. now. So,
Hmm. Oh,
but
nice.
but I think I'm the only one that's repping Georgia though. So, but yeah, that's the way I see it going. I hate
I hate it.
I hate it,
I hate it.
but it should have still been. It should just stuck it with 4v4. It was perfect. Now it's just
Maybe they
like
will. Maybe they still will. Like they just won't be able to figure it out.
I hope so. Shit, like I hope they just say, you know what, we can't do 4v4. We can't do 5v5 because nobody in their locker room trusts Roman, which makes sense, and nobody trusts Solo because of Jacob and because Solo was rocking with Roman, which makes sense. This should be an isolated war games.
100%. 100%. I mean, I kind of feel following the comments, and because there's 20 people probably in the comments. Hikuleo, Hikuleo. I know they signed him. Remember, blah blah blah. It's kind of the same. It's kind of like under the radar, the same way it was with Tama and the way it was with Jacob. In a way where like it gets announced and it's kind of under the radar until it's in your face. I
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't 100% be mad at that. I mean, it's because then, well, at that point, it's not. It's more of Italian bloodline at
Yeah,
that point. But like
yeah. The
semantics, it's
Tongans
a storyline.
right now is even. You got Anawai Fatu,
Mm-hmm.
and then you got the Tongans. Now, if you add Hikaleo, you got more. You got. I hate. I'm not gonna say it. This is just me just saying. Tama, if Hikaleo joins, Tama has more claim to be a chief than Solo at this point because his
You ain't even
bloodline.
noticing Tama with them looks? Like he's usually he stands in the back. It was on
Mm-hmm,
SmackDown. He was standing in the back, or before everybody else was at the entrance, and he was the only one he was in the camera frame in front of the hard cam,
mm-hmm.
watching and looking at him when they were throwing the ones up. There's like little subtle shit. I'm thinking like, okay, if it implodes on that end, we finna eat for a day. It's gonna be lit. I'm already knowing.
The fuck you mean says I think Roman might be. I mean, The Rock might be Solo's fifth. Y'all, you're ready for because listen, I'm telling y'all this right
Hmm.
now. Y'all remember when I believe it was 2019, the men's war games in NXT. I think it was Team
Hmm.
Ciampa versus I think it was the Undisputed Era,
Yes.
and Kevin Owens came in at the last minute. Y'all are ready for The Rock to do that because if he's the fifth man, he's not standing in that damn cage.
Or in there, damn sure not losing.
And they're not losing. So what you're gonna see, you're gonna get is like you're gonna have they're gonna do a countdown, 3, 2, 1. Nobody comes, and then Roman and the Bloodline gonna be on the same page. They're gonna be in unison. They're gonna be rocking. Roman gonna go for the Superman punch, have Solo right where he wants him. Ooh, ah! And then you hit the hip, you smell, and then everybody gonna just be standing there looking like,
It'd
looking
be like when
all,
Punk came back, niggas was in the cage like,
huh?
fuck is that?
And you already know the Rock is not running down that ramp. That ramp. He's literally
No,
gonna
him and
be.
the Undertaker, they're gonna take 16 days to get
Yep.
from start to finish.
He gonna stand right there to get the electricity.
Best entrance in the game right now.
Then he gonna want to snap his neck. And then he just gonna walk.
Oh no, that's the best entrance in the going right now. Like, 'cause ever since they butchered Roman's music, I still hate it.
I don't
It sound like
I don't
a
know why they
good
changed it.
ringtone
I don't know why they changed it.
because he's face or he's a tweener now.
But
You
the
know what I'm
thing
saying?
is, it's literally the same music, just a longer ass intro.
No, I mean the BPMs are different. The drum patterns are a little bit different. Like that first shit just sounded like some boss shit. It had bass.
No,
It hit. It
that's what I
was
mean.
serious.
No, I'm talking about. That's
Yeah,
what I mean. It's the similar. It's the same concept because once the doom 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 doom, it's literally just it's more extended. So I'm like, you literally could have just kept the same.
could have just left it.
You could have just
They
left
made him
it.
sound like a superhero. It's like it's they turned it into superhero music in a way.
What?
Like if you listen to, you could play both of them, play the first original, and then play this one. You'll be able to tell the
Oh,
difference.
I can tell because I have both of
Yeah,
them in my gym playlist. Like
same.
I have the original one come after Jay Uso's "It's Just Me," and it gets me through a pump. The is which is our apropos. Every time and it's always funny. Every time I finish my sets, the new one plays, and I just walk slow to get to the locker room
Yeah,
because I be
you going to your protein. You going to go put the water in your protein. Just
like you like like it takes everything within my power not to just throw up
this
through one.
this nigga got pyro in his hand as he's opening up the blender ball.
You drink it, you pull it up, you like dun, 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 dun.
No, dead ass, dead ass. Oh, now when it comes on, like I'm gonna do that shit on purpose at the gym tomorrow, just cause
Just like
I have everybody looking at me and shit.
they're like, what is he doing? Hold on. Like it's even more funny when when you're doing it and someone calls your name and you be like,
1 second.
1 second.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm of the minority on this one because you made a point. I still don't like Jay's music.
It's just me, oops.
I hate that. It's just like it's like
Is it because of the
that's
repetitiveness?
the original. Like they're like they were together longer than they were split apart. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe it's just because there isn't a big enough sample size. But just hearing it don't hit the same. It's like when the Shield split and Roman basically kept the same music.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we had a long serving size afterwards, but initially it was like,
I mean,
like you couldn't really get with it.
I didn't rock with it at first, but it kind of grew on me. Like
It's
I
the
get
atmosphere.
yeah.
Yeah, it's this.
It's the eating thing.
It's the yeeting that gets that by. Because without the yeet, or when he first did it, before the yeet was like a thing, I guess before they bought the trademark,
Mm-hmm.
when they were just doing it, don't hit the same. It's just me. It's like nigga, it's not just you. Like when they was at Crown Jewel, it's not just you.
It's just me. Oops. Okay. Day one. And then
Yeah, and then he came out after Roman. I'm like, nigga, you're not Roman.
and then it's fun. And I think that's the point that's the story that they was trying to tell. It's like, bro, I'm not anybody's lackey. That's the story they was trying to tell. It's like
There's no unison though. It just threw me off. Like at least come out at the same time. That told me right there. Oh, they're losing.
yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, this is a loss. This is an L.
So do you think they come out at the same time as Survivor Series? Or do you think they're gonna still be split.
I think if I'm gonna believe this Usos reunion is a real thing, I just need to hear that down since day one, and then give them some
Do
new
you think they still
merch.
got the rights?
I mean, yeah, they recorded it. They
Nah,
recorded
you know,
it's
no, they recorded it, but CFO had the rights
because
to
my
it.
thing is the music is still the exact same, minus probably a
You
few
think
key
they should just
changes and just like
re-record
the
it? You
BPMs.
think they should
Yeah,
just
this
re-record it with the
hundred
current
percent.
beat?
It's basically it's like with Romans. It's the same thing
Mm-hmm.
with subtle changes. If you're not listening or you don't understand production, you're not gonna be able to catch it or really tell the difference. Like to the brain,
The funny thing
you
is, it's just the main event ish and the down sense. It's the same BPM, but different patterns. As far as
yeah.
like, you can tell CFO had this song, I mean, these type of samples, and Def Rebel had these samples. Like they didn't have the same samples. You can
Are they
tell
gone yet?
Def Rebel. No, they're still there. Their contract's still going, but they're not going to renew it. So yeah, yeah. War Games, Survivor Series War Games is going to be interesting for sure.
I have nowhere to go about this. I I'm hoping when we get there next Friday at SmackDown, like we get some sort of like idea of what's happening. Because right now I don't know how to call it. Because everything I can think of is something I wouldn't want. I don't want. I don't want Kevin. Kevin and Cody just need to have a dog fight on, and then let it be its own thing. You know what I'm saying? They need to keep
mhm.
that separate. It. I get that Sammy's there. He's a part of it. Blah blah blah. But it's like okay. Or if you're gonna add some people, just throw some new shit in. Like yeah. Like let's let the music hit, and then let us just find out. I doubt it's gonna be The Rock. I don't think we see The Rock before Royal Rumble. This nigga has Moana's finna drop. His new movie just dropped.
Don't he got
Uh,
Moana coming out? Like,
yep,
what
and
is it?
like right 22nd. No,
The
is it?
twenty
Yeah, the
second?
22nd.
Huh.
Yeah, he's got two movies come. We're not seeing The Rock before. Excuse me. We're not gonna see The Rock before Royal Rumble.
Hmm. Okay. Uh, oh yeah, I agree. I was just like, but I'm trying to think. Oh, I saw another conspiracy or theory
Uh,
because I like theories. I saw one theory where they said Jimmy Uso is playing everybody on his team.
uh, I
It
think if they did this
it hundred
6
percent
months
leaned
ago,
into it 100% lean into the fantasy booking side.
okay.
But would that interest you if Jimmy is playing everybody? Because he has been moving kind of slick. Because they remember he tried to recruit Braun. He pretty much recruited Sammy and Jay's biggest ops in Braun Breaker on Raw, or tried to.
I think it's just being petty. I think it was just like petty, but also having Brown on your team would.
It would balance out Jacob for
Yeah, and
sure.
it would. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't like the nigga, but you know what I mean. I'm
I
not
mean,
against it.
he trying to be a nigga with his tan.
Oh my God, yes, it's the Orange Man. We already got one of those apparently. Like we just add more Orange Men. But
He just burnt.
oh God, I'm just like man. I hope his skin doctor, somebody, just make sure he's too young. We don't want nothing bad to happen to him. All them extra UV rays. I mean,
All right
skin cancer is the thing. Just be okay, bro. We need you. But yeah, I didn't
now,
even
yeah,
realize that he is Jay's op.
yeah. He took the title from Jay, and he beat Sammy for the title the first time.
Well, asking Seth, I mean, as like it's tit for tat. I can see it. Okay,
Yeah,
you gonna
everybody
ask
was
our dad
yeah.
op?
And then then Jay asked Ray Mysterio like Roman didn't just toss him into the Hell in the Cell in 2020 on Father's Day.
And then they whooped him and Dominic's ass too.
Yeah, he
Oh
literally beat him and Dominic with steel steps. So that's what I'm saying.
yeah,
Roman has made a lot of enemies that is going to be like, yo, how do I forgive you, bro?
it worked for Triple H. He was always able to find somebody.
Yeah,
His reign of
true.
terror went for a lot longer.
Yeah. How long was his reign of terror? Like 4 years?
Post DX reign of terror. Then
So
there
like
was the
2000. So it's like 2002. So we had the 2000 version, which was like 2000 to 2001 until he got in.
2000 to about 2009. I would say no. I probably say 2006 because then Batista kind of
Yeah,
started level. Yeah, there was a good 6 year reign of terror.
yeah. I mean, I know at one point he injured himself. Well, not injured himself. Like he got injured in 2001, came back, was a babyface, but then he turned heel, and then he was a reign of terror again on Raw for like 2002 until 2005. So it was
That
a good minute.
Yeah, I would say yeah. 2006 is probably because 2006 is when they were doing that whole watered down DX shit.
Yeah.
So I probably yeah, I'd probably say about 6 years if we're
I think
rounding.
the reason why I said 5 is because after that Hell in the Cell against Batista, he was just coasting. He had that little feud. He had that brief feud with Ric Flair, and
Oh
then
yeah,
and then
forgot about
after
that.
that, he was just coasting until the DX reunion. So that's why I was like 2005, really, like that summer of 2005 was when he was
Okay,
really
so
done.
close. They're close, kind of like Jericho's reign of terror. They
Hmm.
just never seems
That's
to end.
that's that's still going.
I
Hi
tuned out. I
guys.
care about my peace.
Uh, Joe ain't been Joe. Your cousin ain't been on TV, so you ain't have no reason to watch.
The new Yakuza pirate game is dropping very soon. I think everybody should go and buy that because
What
the like the
systems is it
Dragon
on?
games. I mean, Xbox.
All of
Xbox
them?
is it going to be on PS5? Yeah, I think it's going to be on PS5. But
Okay,
I
I'll try.
pre-ordered on
I'll try. I'll
Xbox.
try. I'll try to cop it. But knowing me, I'm gonna forget because I still have a lot of games that I have not caught up on.
And I'm still playing
But
Sparking Zero. Still playing Call of Duty. I don't.
last tidbit about this War Games match is do some I saw another theory where someone says Sammy could also flip here.
That would interest me.
Sammy flipping on them.
Yep, that would interest me. The long con with that, because then like I actually enjoyed heel Sami Zayn. Like after the whole Cesaro thing, like what was it? He was no, it was not Cesaro. He was the mouthpiece for Shinsuke. And then like when he was doing the conspiracy theory and we got that stupid jackass match. But even
Mm-hmm.
then, like just the heel Sami Zayn just hit different. It's pause. It's entertaining, but like his matches are better. Like the underdog shit is cool, but when he's like can sneak in some cheat shit
Mm-hmm.
as well, it'd be a chicken shit heel, but there's malice in his offense. It's just interesting. He's more interesting as a character. I don't know how many times. I think that's another reason why he bothers me. His shtick is just like, all right, bro, do something else.
You're tapping out a little bit on his stick. Yeah, I get it.
Pause. Yep. But yeah, but I don't know. Like him, Sami Zayn turning would be the most interesting thing to happen because then it's just like, okay, now that's that's beef for like a whole year. Like he could beef with both the Usos,
Yeah.
him and Roman. You know what I'm saying?
And
Like
honestly, if the rumor of them moving Roman to Raw for the Netflix deal,
they doing? Oh, I didn't hear that one.
that would add to the turn because that would give him an initial story on Netflix. Him chasing down Sami Zayn.
Facts. See, that would just be more interesting to me because everybody. I don't know. I don't. I'm not even guaranteed thinking that Roman and them is finna win War Games.
Nah, it would be. I
They'll
wouldn't be.
probably win it.
They'll probably win it, but I wouldn't be surprised if they don't.
Yeah, I mean, if you do some sort of fuck finish with if Rock was involved or if like Hikuleo or somebody showed up
Put
and
it
was
this
just
way:
involved,
if it mains event again, some shit, but definitely going down.
100%. It's not gonna be
Because
first match again.
yeah, because I believe they have another War Games that they're going to
Is there?
announce. Yeah, I think they're going to announce it next week because Raw was
Oh, is
taped.
that what was happening with EO and like Jade
Hmm.
and all? Okay, I'd be interested in that.
Yeah, so it'll be probably Team Bianca and them versus Team Liv and them. So
Liv was right, by the way, because when you brought up Rhea in general, like Rhea, Raquel, I think, I mean, like Raquel and Liv, they're not wrong.
Well, I
Like
mean, Raquel is the worst
they're
bodyguard of all time, but yeah, I digress.
I need no, but yeah, true. But it's just saying in general, like they're not getting when you get your get back, you the bad guy.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, they're not. They're not wrong. They're
None of
not
them are wrong.
wrong.
Rhea's
No.
actually getting what she does. I mean, not the real injury. Stupid people have to clarify because internet, but character wise, from a storyline point, oh no, she's getting everything she deserved. 100%.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
2 year reign of terror. Like you, Stockholm syndrome, Dom. Like really,
You choked
and
him into
and you
submission.
and all of us know you wouldn't get storyline wise. You wouldn't give him no coochie. Like quit playing.
Like,
She's probably pegged the stallion.
that brother was in a drought for 2 years.
Oh God, I'd have turned on her too. Like the fuck.
That brother,
It's like I already got to get past an Australian accent, which I know, but all things
nah.
considered, like
So
2 years
it's
up and
like
down.
in retrospect, Dom was basically being dominated for 2 years, a year and a half, I guess you can say.
Yeah,
And then here comes the short, blonde, sexy as hell, crazy
submissive.
chick, submissive, crazy chick.
Rhea had him disrespecting his mama. He told his mom to shut the hell up
Mm-hmm.
and got to live afterwards. Like that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm like,
he better be glad it wasn't a black mama because
I know some Mexican mamas that would have slit his throat right there. That's
nah. The thing is, we wouldn't even be able to say shut. She would just read
soon as
off. She
soon as
would just
that
read our face and just smack the shit out.
soon as they see that
She like pow, like goddamn. I was just about to say you want some Samoas.
like you see Dom over here like answering yes to a question nobody asked him.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, bro, they was not rocket science when Dom chose live over real. It was like you kind of asked for that.
We all would have made the choice. Like, what the fuck? Like, realistically, like you could be one of them horny motherfuckers on the internet that aren't realistic or probably ain't never been around the opposite sex, but in that situation, when you break it down storyline wise, like Liv gave a whole list. Raquel came back and gave a whole list. It makes total sense why they got they get back. And now she mad, and every time you come back, you get hurt. It's just like stay. And you went in the NXT parking lot. You should have known better.
They said she helped him. Rhea helped Dom win the title.
The whole Judgment Day helped him win a title.
It was everybody. It wasn't just
That
Rhea.
was everybody.
Yeah, it was Damian, Finn, JD's big ass head, and Rhea.
As I'm saying, JD was taking all the bullets for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know what JD was Solo pre Bloodline decline. He was sent out there to do all the dirty work and took all the finishes and lost the matches.
Which was always interesting because Solo was heavily protected when he first debuted, and then he just. That's why I always joked about his theme song not making sense because like, bro, you taking losses like you took loss like almost every week before WrestleMania. So I'm like, how you somehow never take a loss? I'm like, bro, you took like 20,000 2 days ago.
Yeah, 100%. That's why everybody was like, "All right, bro. Like, I'm not mad at Solo. I'm not mad at Liv. I'm not mad at Dom,
Oh no,
except for the fact that he done
everybody
put
is
sauce on his
justified.
nuggets." Yeah,
Everybody is
yeah.
justified. Like even if Xavier Woods turn on Kofi.
God, no. I know, but no.
Like he's kind of justified. Like
Oh, he's right.
he makes sense. And that's why that's one positive I can give about Triple H's booking is like all the heels that turn heel make sense.
They're
They're not
logical turns.
they're not turning just to turn.
Did you see his promo that I think the nigga was like roller skating or something, but he posted it on Instagram where he basically like said his piece. Like, how am I the bad guy? I was trying to do this. I was looking out for this. This happened to us. Like, Kofi was already hurt and was out for like 2, 3 months. Like, I'm trying to put the team first. And my thing is like when people act like too justly in situations that's just annoying as fuck. I'm just like the New Day was like at its best when they were heels.
Mm-hmm.
100%. Like and like you niggas is not above cheating. Like we all could go on the network and pull
Y'all
up the
first
good old
reign
years.
literally. Y'all first reign with the tag titles when y'all the longest reigning reign was literally y'all cheating most of the time.
100%, and they were the most entertaining.
Mm-hmm. Like,
100%. The big ass penny titles that used to make them look.
and they was mad as hell. They was mad as hell when they changed the titles. They was like, y'all left us with them ugly ass belts. You could have gave us the silver ones.
It's just like, oh my god, I got these pennies. Like, damn, it's like you could have a penny or a nickel. Like, which one you want? And then now we both get a nickel. Ugly ass bills.
That whole concept. I'm so glad they changed the belts to what they are now because them
100%.
back then was just so fucking horrible. But
Stance on the new women's U.S. title.
yeah, we just mentioned titles. The new women's U.S. title. That's what we're gonna talk about. Uh, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with them introducing the mid card title because it's you can tell that outside of the tag team division as well as the women's world titles, people just be stagnant. And I feel like they can definitely utilize this as a way to solidify the undercard to where instead of
100%.
just throwing random title matches for the women's world champion. So like
That we
whoever the
don't
women's
believe.
world whoever that we don't believe. So whoever is the women's world champion can focus on their story, and then that can give your Natalias, your Chelsea Greens, your Meechin, Mia Yims, your Piper Niven, all these other people who are not involved in the tag team division, something to do with the title. And I'm kind of, and I know a lot of people, it's controversial, but I'm glad that it's right as of right now, it's multi-brand, like it's going Raw and SmackDown, and not just
As it should.
SmackDown, because it's like I feel like it's not enough. Especially right now, it may change when both shows go to 3 hours, unfortunately. But I feel like it's not enough time for two mid card titles to get the love that it deserves. I mean, they can do it over time.
Wait, Raw's going back to 3 hours?
Raw's going back to likely going back to 3 hours in January as well as SmackDown.
Raw's
So
been so easy to get through lately.
see, I feel like everybody who is over the age of 28, 26, I give them a little leeway. Love the 2 hours. I feel like everybody who hated the 2 hour, the switch back to 2 hours is just
Never experienced it.
never experienced it, and there is it's like a culture shock because like we have to remember 3 hours of Raw was probably most of these people's childhood. Some people started watching Raw in 2012 when it went 3 hours.
Mm. That's now that I think about it, I'm not gonna say when I started watching Raw. But
I was watching Raw when it was 1 hour. I was a
I
baby,
was,
but I was still watching it. Like I wasn't supposed to watch it. My mama was pissed, but I was watching it.
I was gonna say yeah, because 93. Yeah, I was watching it in 1993
I was
because I
watching
was
it in
5.
97, 98, 99. That's why I mean my mama was pissed. She was like, "Why are you watching this with my baby right there?" My
Golden
brother didn't
years,
care. My brother didn't care. He was like,
Misty years.
"Yeah." So and then I stopped watching it for a minute, and then when I watched it, when I started back watching it, was still 2 hours. So I've experienced 2 hours of Raw longer than I've experienced 3 hours of Raw. But but
Yeah,
it was still a whiplash when I realized that we've been under the 3 hour Raw for over a decade in 2022.
3 hours with TV 14. Is that really a thing? Is it really happen going since it's on
I doubt
Netflix? Are
it.
we getting?
I doubt
I know
they
I hate
probably
it.
they probably will relax on certain things.
It won't be
Like
attitude era shit, but
it
like
won't be. It'll be you'll see them like nudge the envelope, but they ain't gonna go over it.
what the other people be doing or trying to do.
Yeah, you're not gonna see nobody. I'm gonna tell you this right now. You're not gonna see any headshots.
I don't know.
You're not gonna see unnecessary blood. You're not gonna see uh concrete spots or someone getting hit in the head with a cinder block. You're not.
Or no fluorescent light fucking tubes, none of that stupid shit. I get it. I get it. I'll wait. Let's just see. I'm a
It's
wait
more
and
so a wait
see.
and see. But who do you think we're gonna who do you think should be the inaugural champion?
Let's see. I think before that, I think the Women's North American Championship was like a good like preview of what it could be and how
Mm-hmm.
that's rocking. So they gave it that. I let my wife tell it that fuck it should have been the Women's Intercontinental Championship first. That's probably what they should have did, just in terms of like we're talking about legacy because that was a WWF E
Yeah,
title, and now
yeah.
we just go into the U.S. Championship. But, America, do what you got to do with that. I
America.
think the first person that should have it, the same person who should have been Women's Money in the Bank winner, Chelsea Green, in my opinion.
I think I said I think me and you on the same boat because I said I would not be against a Mia Yim or a Chelsea Green, preferably Chelsea
That's
Green as an inaugural champion. But like a red herring. I know a lot of people like to throw in nepotism or whatever because of who she's married to. I feel like Naomi could be a good inaugural champion if they let her actually cook.
yeah.
Sloan said Charlotte.
I mean, if they want to piss people off but make it make sense, yes, I
Yes.
get it. But I know I want Naomi away. I don't want. I want Naomi as far away as possible from that because she should be able to go after the main title. Like
Mm.
she was worthy of it before she left. Came back, like left, showed that she could run shit, and came back. Her winning the championship, women's world championship. I want to see that first. Like just giving that to her because then it's just like you're telling all of us that oh no, she's never going to be women's champion. Let's just give her this.
She's never gonna be
It's
women's
kind of
champion again. She was world champion twice in
yeah. That's
like
what I'm saying. I
in
don't
like
want them to just get
2016.
that to her. No,
Yeah,
yo, that I was that Orlando?
yeah,
Yeah,
that
I
was
was at the
Orlando.
meeting. Yeah, I was at the meeting.
Okay, yeah, yeah. That was just a thought, but yeah, I definitely see Chelsea. Oh, the fuck you mean? Correct me. He said we just saw someone get hit in the head with a brick, and she no sold it, which pissed me off a little bit. It was Jada Parker versus Lola Vice on ECW.
Oh, okay. I missed the first half of the match because I was making the kids food. I did miss the
Yeah,
first half of that,
yeah. She
but
basically she smashed her in the face with a brick, a full on brick. It just pop. It just teleported out of nowhere. Like we literally was. She had her in the chokehold, and then we literally looked. She literally looked to the left, and there's a brick, and then she just said, "Pow!" And I'm like, "Where did the brick come from?" So the entire rest of the match, I was just trying to. My brain was just trying to figure out where the brick came from.
you said it was like an old PlayStation game where you could go to the crowd and
And just it
and
just
grab weapons.
she didn't even grab it. It was literally just sitting in the ring, so it literally just clipped in frame.
Okay, I'm gonna watch that as soon as we're done because I missed that. I did not see
It
that part.
it just clipped in the frame, and there's the brick, and she just grabbed and just said, "Pow!" And I'm like, how's this possible?
What? That ends the match. I mean,
It should
when
have
she
been the
dropped that
match.
thing on and broke her through that ladder, that should have been the match.
She the brick should have ended the match, but it didn't. She kicked out at two, and then she won by something that's heavier than the brick, her ass.
You almost got me in
So
trouble, but
yeah, well played, touche,
this guy,
touche.
touche. What he said. You know what? Speak freely and just what he said. What my brother said. Yep, yep. You were trying to get me caught up.
Yeah, I just thought about that. I just thought about what I said. I was like, oh yeah, he can't agree.
I mean, I can agree. She got eyes. I'm just saying I can't expound. Yes, you're
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
What he said.
Miss Parker, Miss Parker. But yeah, I feel like. How do you think that they should crown a champion? Like I saw some people. It was fun online. Some people was like, they should do a tournament with the finals
It's always
happening
a
at
tournament.
like either Survivor Series or Saturday Night's main event. Someone said like a 6-pack challenge, kind of like what they did when they crowned the first SmackDown Women's Champion with Becky
Okay.
won it in 2016, or a ladder match, a ladder match. but everybody has qualifying matches for the other two and not the tournament.
6-pack gauntlet or ladder match for me.
Yeah, I saw a gauntlet too. Someone's like, if it's not a 6-pack challenge, like a gauntlet, where it's like they just throw everybody that qualifies into it, and
Yeah,
then crown a new champion that way.
I would. Who? Okay, 6-pack challenge. If you, who would you put in? Who would be your 6?
I know a lot of people don't like this, but Natalia,
Yes.
Mia, Chelsea, Piper.
Okay.
Ooh, who's on Raw? If they go on cross brand, I'm trying to
So
figure
far,
out.
I agree with you 100%.
I'm
I
trying
agree
to
with
figure
you
out who else is.
100%.
I'm trying to figure out who else is on like Raw,
Shit, that's a good question.
because most of the people I
Not the
just named
stud
is on
line.
SmackDown.
No, Shayna Baszler.
Shayna Baszler, yeah, that could be one. That was 5 or 6.
Uh,
Oh,
because I don't know if I want to.
Apple Fire. What's she doing?
Yeah, I could see that. I don't know if I want to put Chelsea, because if I'm putting Chelsea in, I don't know if I'd want to put Piper in. I feel like Chelsea having to figure it out on her own, and then Piper coming in to do the save
Mm-hmm.
at
So
the
if I
end to help
take
her secure the
if
bag.
I take Piper out, I would
Hmm.
replace her with Apple Fire.
Okay, I'm not mad at that. Who else is on Raw? God damn.
So basically, I'm looking at, you got Maxine, Kiana James ain't
No,
doing nothing.
I think she's hurt.
Oh yeah, Katana Chance, Kaden Carter, Kyrie Sane. I mean, they could throw Kyrie in there if they want.
Yes, I would throw Kyrie in since EO's getting a title shot. Throw Kyrie in there. That elbow, that insane elbow off of whatever would be fine.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. If they don't limit it to 6, they have a solid lineup on both shows.
That would be dope as fuck.
And
Honestly, I'm
Dakota
actually
just got
excited.
back.
Yeah, give her.
I'm not saying she
Look,
should
let's
win,
let
but I'm
that knee.
saying like
No, I'm just saying let that knee. We get a couple
yeah.
more matches in. We just got her back.
True. I did pop when I saw her on TV. I was like, yeah, there she go. But yeah,
Hmm.
I feel like that was
I knew you
it's.
like.
You said what?
I knew you like Polynesian women. Okay, I see you.
You said Asian
I
woman?
see you. No, Polynesian. She's
Polynesian?
half Samoan.
My brother. Yes, I like to eat.
Okay, next time you come to Utah, sometime next time you ever come to Utah, hit me up. I got you. I got you. I got on me. It's up. Just
Respectfully, I'm not culture appropriating, but I'm gonna react the way that they will react. Chi, and I mean,
oh God. Oh God.
I
Yes,
like to,
sir.
I like to do that, but hey man, that I feel like that's pretty much a good solid show that we have right here. What you got
For
coming up?
sure. Right now, got a couple projects that I'm working on. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about them yet, but I got a couple of projects. We just dropped some recent stuff. I was working with the homie Alan Stone. Had some recent stuff drop with Mac Ayres. He finally came out of his hiding hole. Love you, Mac. Trying to think what else. There's so much shit. There's so much shit. We've been working, just stressing about these goddamn Grammys now that we know where we stand with that. It's amazing. Breezy just went gold today.
Hey,
You're, you know what I'm saying? Still with the politics of that, jumping through all the hoops in the world, but getting close to being able to pick up my fucking trophy because niggas want you to sign any and everything all the time before you can get stuff that's already yours. But that's neither
no,
here
that's
nor
crazy.
there. It, I'll tell you later on this. But anyways, yeah, it's we finally, after waiting forever, because you gotta think about it, there's 156 like categories, and then there's all those people or different categories that get one, and then all the people involved that get one. So it's like if you're a writer, then like we're on the tail end before anything gets sent our way. It's kind of fucked up, but it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, working wise, yeah, it's just this music and doing the whole regular life thing. But you know what I'm saying? Everybody, February 9th, you feel me? You don't gotta watch it, but you know what I'm saying? Everybody that supported, dead ass, like especially you, my brother, everybody else, like when we got confirmation on the nominations, everybody that reached out or is continuing to reach out, thank you. I said it a million times. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. We still working. We got to win, but regardless, win or lose, niggas have already won. We up, and thank you. You know what I'm saying? 5 feet high. Appreciate
Oh yeah,
y'all.
for sure. Oh, I feel like we forgot something. What's your thoughts on Damian Priest and Gunther?
Oh, it's weird. Oh, it's weird. I like the little swag they give in Priest now. He seems more believable, but it's like as soon as they did that, it's like him and Gunther
Gunther
switched. I was
swap.
like, losing to Cody was that bad? I mean,
Yeah, I guess it did rock him a little bit because he was cocky. He was like, "Yo, I'm gonna choke you out."
and then he
Remember he
actually should have won the match. He
and
should
he
have won
and,
that match.
and he instead of switching up his game, he pretty much got caught
Rested on his
slipping.
laurels and got caught slipping. Yeah, so but they're moving a little fast, as we were talking about earlier. To
I
circle
feel
it
like
back around,
they're
they're
moving
moving
fast on
too
a lot
fast
of
with this.
stuff, a lot of
I
things.
watched this nigga smack the soul out of everybody's body for 3 4 years straight. And even when he took a loss to Sammy at Mania, it didn't even shake his confidence. He was going up
I won't be
to
surprised if
do
it's
the
a
next
red.
title.
I won't be surprised if it's a red herring to catch Damien off guard, and then he just come in and just wreck the shit out of him.
Or they think they're gonna separate him and Kaiser. We'll see with that one. We'll see with that one. Oh, shout out to the network. You know what I'm saying? CB Network. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Gang and them. Shout out to Sucio Voice Pod. Shout out to everybody on the network. Apologies. I don't. When you're trying to think about something and then you have it and it just goes. I don't
Hmm.
know if that's being sleep deprived or whatever, but I'm
It's a
saying
little
shout
bit of
out to the
both.
whole network. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to all the gang, everybody that be in the backyard. You know what I'm saying? Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Y'all should tap in. Sucio Boys Pod is on its way back very soon. And tap into everything on the network.
You
And
ain't have
shout
to
out to the
whisper that, nigga.
sponsors. You know what I'm saying? Shit in
You
your
ain't have to
ears.
whisper that, nigga. We can hear you.
No, that's what I'm
God
saying.
damn it. But yeah, man. Yeah, maybe make sure you guys stay tuned in and tapped in with Cam and the Sucio Boys for sure because
You're
they are I won't even call them an underground type of crew. They more so like they are realist crew that just be rocking with everybody. Is you rock with them, they rock with you. It's a give
that's
and take type of vibe with them, and it's the same way over here. It's a give and take. If you rock with us, we rock with you, and if you don't, we just keep it pushing. We don't wish ill on you. We just don't acknowledge your existence. But with that, make sure you guys stay tuned in to the Public Enemies podcast. I'll be there on Thursday. We'll be
you're
talking about a lot more stuff than what we do
Congrats
over
by
here.
that, by the way.
Oh, I
Congrats on
appreciate
that. This y'all niggas came together like Voltron. Pause, hard pause. But shout out to Graham and the gang. You know what I'm saying? My fellow 707ers, you feel me? Bay Area, you already
yeah,
know what's
man.
happening.
That was a yeah. I feel like that was a drunk decision, though. Well, not a drunk decision, but we was drinking at Wale Mania, and we were just like, yo, let's just come together. And then he said like let's come together, and I was like, yo, I'm down with it. And it's like there's no, it's like I'm always open for like a lot of opportunities, and it's good
Mhm.
to. I know a lot of people feel like I will risk oversaturating myself, but I feel like I'm it's a perfect balance because I talk about a little bit of wrestling over here as well as everything else, and then we talk in a collective about everything over there. Like some stuff that I choose not to acknowledge over here, like the VKM stuff. We talk about it over there because that's more of a broader conversation and more nuanced conversation than it's just me and highlight just going off the cuff, and that's by design. So it's like certain things that we don't cover here, you always it's like a chain, basically. Like whatever you don't, this is like the preview until we get to Thursday and when more stuff happens through the week, because I feel like
Facts.
Tuesday shows a lot of stuff doesn't really happen until like Wednesday, Thursday, and then that's when we go live, and then we just be chopping it up. But yeah, make sure you guys stay tuned in and locked in with that. Make sure you guys stay tuned in with this show. We are on the road to 100. This is episode 96, so we are literally less than 3 episodes away until 100. And the 100th episode will be we're contemplating on going live earlier because we probably got a lot of shit to cover because we got the end of the year awards as well as the whatever happened in wrestling that week. So we might go live earlier than 9:45. We might do 9 and then just go all the way until the night. And then after that we will be on hiatus until 2025. But we
That
won't
as you should.
but I won't be on hiatus because I will be still with the PE crew. So yeah. This will be a well-deserved break on Tuesdays to give me more time to rest and relax and just catch up on life. You were on here, Sloan, and we will definitely get you on here, Sloan. We will definitely get you
Yep.
on here next. And yeah, it's just we got a lot. We're on the winding down phase because I think the reason why we do hiatus is because we want to make sure we don't get burnt out with wrestling or sports in general. Because if we do too much year round, we're going to crash out.
Facts. I wish you could do that with music.
I do
I'm
too.
fresh off. I'm fresh off of burnout. Like I'm climbing up from one right now. Like it's the first thing I've done in a minute because last few months have just been unkind, kind and unkind. So
Yeah.
came
But
up for air. Appreciate you, brother.
hey man, as always. But make sure you guys stay safe out here and just stay tuned in and just with yourself, with your body, with your physical health, your mental health, and just honestly stay true to yourself. Like, don't try to be out here being impersonative or basically trying to fit in or try to do something or be something that you're not. Just stay tuned in to yourself and be yourself, because if you have to change who you are to be accepted by other people, those are not your real friends.
Facts.
Point blank period. That's full stop. So, hey man, we will catch you guys right back here. Highlight will be likely to be back next week. I know he said he will. He just had to work a double. He had to work. He'd be on assignment this week, but next week he'll be back. We'll be back next week. Talk about more stuff that happens in the world of professional wrestling and sports in general. The Dolphins won on Monday, which was cool for me. So I give y'all a pass because y'all won. Actually, it was the Rams, but still, it was a win's a win. And I'll catch you guys on Thursday. Make sure you follow Cam on all social media platforms at m_McFlyer than you on Twitter.
On Twitter, Instagram, Marty_McFlyer than you.
Yeah, and make sure you guys follow your boy at it's Gresh on Twitter, as well as Blue Sky, that new app that a lot of people are talking about.
Yeah, tell me about that later. I've been hearing. I got some questions. If you,
Yeah, I
you know
got
what I'm
you.
saying, you give me all five on that for sure.
Yeah, I'll catch you up on that. If you can follow me on that as well. But Ayo is Gresh everywhere else. And with that being said, you guys stay safe out here in the streets, and remember to always eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. We out. We love y'all. Y'all be breezy.
You're